Well, I screwed up my video yesterday. My arm was itching, my left arm. So when I came to a stop sign, or a stop light, I reached across my chest with my right arm to scratch my left arm, and I bumped my camera down too far, so for like half the ride, all it shows is my handlebars. It was kind of a little bit too low anyway before that. I just need to find what I need to go get a hold of is a better camera with a an actual zoom function so I can zoom it out. So hopefully the camera's not aimed down too far today. I adjusted it and tightened up one of the little knobs on the setup, so it shouldn't budge at all. I had talked yesterday in my video about how I was thinking about making shorter, like full throttle videos. Just kind of max my throttles out and just do try to get like a half-hour videos in if I can. That way I don't have to worry about splicing them together and shit. So I'm probably not going to upload the video I made yesterday because, like I said, I jacked up the camera angle for half the ride, so I got to remember what I was talking about yesterday. I kind of can't remember. I did talk about how, if you notice the monitors on my bike, the left one is accurate, it measures the speed correctly and stuff, but the right one isn't because the cable got jacked up for it, so I had to order a new cable for it. Thank you. And the speed sensor wire that came in the new cable doesn't match up with the orientation that's on the controller, and it's a plug design. It's not like one of those white clips where I can just pop all the pins out and switch them out and get it in the right orientation. So it just reads the wrong speed. It says I'm going like 58 miles per hour right now, literally. So yeah, but the left one reads everything right, so that's fine. Now the motor controller and the monitor and the motor on the left, the front wheel are all they didn't come together. The controller that's hooked up to came with one of my fat tire kits, I think the monitor came with one of my other Fat Tire kits. And the motor came separate when I ordered it from eBay. But I was able to mess with all the wiring on it. What I really want to build is a electric recumbent bike with a rear-wheel drive, like 2 wheels up front, single rear wheel in the back, and put like a hub motor in the rear, and find something that's compatible with my Bafang mid-drive, and throw the Bafang on the front of it. That'd be kind of cool. So I want to go this way today. It's kind of a busy time to be riding right now. It's like just after 5 o'clock. A little bit of balancing act right there. Little bit of a balancing act right there. Sorry, mumbled. Sun's a little bit higher up right now, so at least it won't blind the camera. It's not really bugging me too much either. Now, when I was in school, we had a science teacher or someone say, like, he asked us our impression of how we felt when we're moving over the ground, and he's like, I told him, I said, well, it feels like I'm moving over the ground. He goes, that's wrong. The Earth is moving under you, and I'm like, that doesn't feel right to me. I'm the one like moving over the Earth. It makes more sense to me because like. The Earth's kind of in a fixed position in space and spinning around. So I'm trying to figure out how that doesn't make any sense. Anyways. Well, it's kind of not in a fixed position, it's in a fixed orbit and spinning around, is what I meant to say. Someone's going to ridicule me for a few seconds there until I realize I corrected myself. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm moving over the Earth and the Earth is not moving under me. Because in that case, our roles would be reversed. I'd be a gigantic human and the Earth would be a tiny little sphere. Problem with riding at this kind of day is more drivers on the road means that's a much higher volume and chance for there to be bad drivers out here. Honestly though, I know this bike is kind of slow compared to a lot of other DIY bikes, but truth be told, around here, you don't really want to haul ass around on an e-bike because the way people shoot out of these side streets, you need to be able to stop. And like I said, this bike, I don't want to go much faster on it because it's kind of like not the most balanced thing in the world. At least to me it's balanced because I'm used to it, but someone else, it would be very unbalanced. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Fuck it. That's one thing I had to get used to when I got my first when I built my fat tire electric bike, was getting used to how the wheels turn, the wider tires. It's weird, they kind of hook into the turn and kind of pull you into the turn. And the tires that were on it were pretty round, they weren't like square. Now, unless an incident happens where someone pisses me off or cuts me off or something, I'm going to try to cut back on my language, bad language a little bit. I'm going to try. I'm not going to promise, I'm going to try. And if I fail, at least I tried. I'm not going to make this light. Oh, I am going to make this light. Okay, never mind. Shit. Thought I had to make the arrow. I had planned on going like further up Kendall and then turning off on the side street and going up through the residential area. And then coming back University and cutting through the school, but I changed my mind. It's just too much traffic. I'm trying to get across Kendall right now. Definitely gonna go slower. Definitely a lot more foot traffic at the college today, at the university. To be technical. Can't tell if my rear disc is rubbing or if my rear spokes are making noise. Something squeaky. I think it is. So we got some paragliders out there. You're not going to be able to see them because the camera's kind of pointing down too low. There's a landing pad out there. For like the hang gliders and paragliders. I can't remember what the name of it is though. It's like actually got a name. Some dude's name, I believe. See, like in high traffic times around here, I'm definitely going to be obeying these stop signs because I'm not an idiot. And if I'm talking and it sounds like my voice is cutting in and out, it's most likely because I'm looking around me. Because the mic is affixed to one of the straps that comes on the camera harness. So that's what that's all about. One thing I gotta remember to do, not to do, is suck my freaking stomach in when I'm riding because I'm big and I got a big stomach and it just puts so much pressure on my chest when I'm like sucking it in. When I'm sitting on when I'm folded up, sitting on the bike seat and all that. So, but it's more of a tension thing that causes me to do that from being out here and like not knowing what's coming around the next corner. shit, I almost fucking ate a rock right there. I think now this is like my preferred stretch of road. It's already getting really torn up though. They haven't got the lines painted and it's already getting torn up. Maybe they just didn't do a very good job putting the pavement down in the first place. But I'll enjoy it as long as it stays smooth, I guess, for the most part. Is it weird that I know people buy Little Caesars pizza because it's inexpensive, but is it weird to crave Little Caesars pizza? So I've been wanting one for like a month. But last time I wanted one, I ended up buying Domino's instead. Kind of wishing I had Uber Eats some freaking Little Caesars. I would have saved some money. Got me some crazy bread. And there's like one like about half a mile from my house down E Street. So I don't know why you waved at me. I wasn't gonna blow out into the intersection. He was though. Probably distracted. mean, if you're going to be in the car and you got a passenger with you and you need to do some shit with your cell phone, have your passenger do it. It used to be if I saw someone on their cell phone, I could just turn the handlebars towards their car and tell them to get off the cell phone, I'm recording you. But I don't want to turn my whole body around. I've caught people, and they look over me kind of sheepishly and they smile a little bit. That jackass should have waited. Hello. Got squeezed between a parked car and someone driving next to me. This bike's fairly narrow, but I'm wide and my handlebars are like downhill bars, so they're wide. Shit glass. So yeah, this is going to be a short little quick ride. I'm heading home now. I didn't feel too good when I got home from my ride yesterday. My chest was kind of bugging me. It's kind of bugging me again. And yeah, I've been to the doctors a lot for it, so it's like, just can't get a diagnosis. Remember a kind of good and bad memory when I was a kid. That I got my first pocket knife when I was like 10 or something. And I got punished and had my knife taken away, but it had nothing to do with the knife. I wasn't doing anything stupid with it because I was a smart kid. I knew stabbing somebody with my knife was a sure way to get it taken away from me. So I got in trouble and got grounded and they took the knife away as punishment, but then my dad lost the knife somehow. I kept asking for it back for years. He's like, oh, I'll get it to you, I'll get it to you. And finally I'm like in my 30s going, hey Dad, what happened to my knife? Or no, wait, no, I was in my 20s. My dad died when he was like, when I was 29, I believe. Anyways, I asked him, like, I think I was 28, and I said, hey Dad, whatever happened to my pocket knife? He goes, oh, I lost that. And I'm like, you lost it? So you basically lied to me for 20 years? And then I had this cool weight set, like it was an Olympic style, like the heavy big bar and curl bar, the big metal plates, and a weight bench. I got it from my stepdad. The only like good thing I got from him, my second stepdad, the super asshole, because he didn't have anywhere to put it, so he gave it to me. And I had it when I was living with my grandma for a couple of years in her garage, and I'd work out in the garage, and then I just saw an e-bike, so I was like staring at him. Ow, oh fuck, I hit that hard. That hurt my ass. So I was at her house, and she ended up moving back to Pennsylvania to live with one of her best ex-friends, and his wife. He was getting Alzheimer's. He had Alzheimer's. He was getting bad, so she was going back there to help him. No, his wife had Alzheimer's, and she went back to help him with her. And then he apparently had a drinking problem, and he relapsed. and he ended up in the hospital for the last few months of his life, and then he got stuck in Pennsylvania taking care of his wife, and eventually the lady got stuck in a home, and then my grandma came back here, and in the meantime, my weight set was being stored at my aunt's property, and I think she ended up giving it to my cousin, because she didn't realize it was mine, and then he sold it or something. So I was like, hey, what happened to my weight set? I really like to have my weight set. I was thinking about buying a weight machine, but if I just had my weight set back, I wouldn't have to. I said, oh, sorry, we sold it. I'm like, shit. Because I moved to an apartment that it wouldn't fit in. Within, like, when me and Mom got the house, I could put it in there. I had plenty of room in my room for it. Actually, I was going to stick it, like, I don't know where I was going to put it. I think I was just going to put it in my room. My current weight machine's in my room. I just don't use it because it's covered in clothes and stuff. And I can't really work out anymore, so. Okay, well, that's my ride. Thank you for riding along. If you could, please like and subscribe, comment in my videos. Let me interact with you. Yeah, that's pretty fun and uneventful. So that's kind of what I would hope for, even though I know eventful tends to be more viewer friendly, but eventful also puts me in danger, so thank you.